Now, I do need to issue a disclaimer before this video starts proper. There will be strong, positive sentiment about the future of our country. And if that's too much still for some hardline Remainers to accept, then I recommend you don't watch the video, because there's lots here to be happy about. Oh, on a serious note, I've talked about it before. There are some who are determined to be miserable, utterly miserable, about the amazing possibilities for the UK outside of the EU. I'm going to highlight what has been going on in this video, because there was this tweet today from the Department for Trade. In 2 years, we have secured trade deals with 57 countries, accounting for 193 billion quid of annual trade. No other country has ever negotiated so many trade deals simultaneously. Now, I know there'll be a segment of people that see that and are still determined to be miserable. You'll remember, they're the ones who said these deals would take years. They won't do it with the UK out of the EU. It can't be done. And now they do get done. And what do we hear? Oh, yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Actually, I think the fact that the UK has secured 50 trade deals with 57 countries in 2 years does count for quite a lot, actually, and shows you what can be done, doesn't it? When the other side, across the table negotiating with Brexit UK, isn't looking to inflict a punishment beating on us. Going to bring you all the very latest in this very positive video, guys, but please start off as ever by making sure you've hit the subscribe button and the bell and the thumbs up, please, as well. I'd really appreciate it. Now, as Antonia Romeo of the Permanent Secretary at the Department for International Trade has said, another agreement signed today with Vietnam. Trade between UK and Vietnam was worth £5.7 billion in 2019. That makes 57 countries with whom UK has secured trade deals covering £193 billion worth of trade. Well done, and thanks to the Department for International Trade teams who have negotiated these deals simultaneously in less than 2 years. Now, for those doubters who say this doesn't count for anything, doesn't mean anything, for the doubters, Adam Marshall, Director General of the British Chambers of Commerce, has said, beyond the UK-EU talks, important for business to recognise the work of Trade Gov UK officials to replicate/enhance, now that's a good word, isn't it? Enhance terms of trade around the world over the past 2 years. Agreements covering 57 countries and nearly £200 billion worth of trade is no small achievement. It certainly is no small achievement. And as I said, it'd be great, wouldn't it, if we as Brits collectively just welcomed this positive news, the fact that these deals are being done around the world, the fact that we're doing them outside of the EU, the fact that we are free to do so. But as I say, some still determined to be blinkered and utterly negative. Very, very sad. Now, International Trade Secretary Liz Truss commented today we secured a trade deal with Vietnam. We have agreed deals with 57 countries covering £193 billion of trade. This is unprecedented. No country has ever moved so fast to negotiate so many deals simultaneously. Well done to our brilliant negotiators. And credit to Liz Truss. And let me know what you make of her in the comments below, guys. But look, we're getting results here and you can't argue with it, can you? Liz Truss also said we have just secured a trade agreement with Vietnam. This deal means certainty for UK business, a deeper relationship with a country who shares our belief in free trade, another step closer to joining the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Trade equals opportunity equals jobs. Now, in a joint statement today by the UK and Vietnam, they stated this bilateral agreement therefore represents the beginning of a new phase in the relationship between our two countries in developing key areas of trade. Not only does the FTA liberalise goods and services trade, it incorporates many other elements such as working towards clean growth and sustainable development. And those of you that regularly come back to this channel, I'm doing reports nearly every day, guys, so do keep checking back. Will have seen that yesterday I highlighted two other deals. Deals with Singapore and with Canada. And when it comes to that deal with Singapore, here is what a Deliveroo spokesperson has been quoted as saying. As a British tech firm that operates in Singapore, it is great news that the UK and Singapore have not only agreed to roll over the current free trade arrangements, but also that they now plan to go even further by agreeing a digital economy agreement, by reducing barriers to digital trade and developing our deeper understanding of how technology is evolving in both markets. This new agreement can help fast-growing tech companies like Deliveroo as we work with more and more restaurants across Singapore to get their great food direct to customer doors. Now, Liz Truss herself, of course, the International Trade Secretary, wrote an interesting piece in Times Box entitled, "Singapore Deal Will Set New Standards in Free Trade." Truss writing, "The UK has secured 93% of the value of its trade with countries beyond Europe, which it has sought continuity agreements, and it's more to come before the end of the year. Trade talks, as has become apparent, often go down to the wire. No other country has negotiated so many trade deals simultaneously or so successfully. In just under 2 years, agreements have been struck with 57 countries from South Korea to South Africa. Some £193 billion in bilateral trade has been sustained, with the stage set for further growth. The path to prosperity lies in free trade, with Singapore showing how successful a nation can become by embracing it wholeheartedly. In the same forward-looking spirit, the UK is ready to show the world its potential once again." And as has been stated on the government website, the agreements with Singapore and Vietnam mark another step towards the UK joining the Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, which accounted for 13% of global trade in 2019, rising to 16% if the UK were to join. Both economies were founding members of the CPTPP and have publicly shown their support for the UK exceeding this fast-growing trade bloc. Joining would provide British businesses with an unparalleled gateway to the Pacific region. Now, the point of this all is, we've got to stop doubting ourselves as a country. These miserable people that said none of this could be done still will be slagging all of this positive development off. But the fact is, having the British government in charge of trade policy, able to make these decisions, able to negotiate, able to do deals, or critically as well, especially when it comes to the EU, able to walk away, is a massive gain, a competitive gain of Brexit. This is the future. This is about going around the world, representing yourselves, doing deals in the national interest and being able to walk away from them if they are not in the national interest. As ever, guys, I'd be interested to know, how much of this have you seen covered on UK mainstream news TV? Have you seen much coverage of these deals being done at all? As I say, 57 deals in less than 2 years. Let me know in the comments below, guys. And of course, if you have enjoyed this report, if you found it helpful and informative and hopefully a bit of positivity for you, then please give this video a big thumbs up. Would really appreciate that. And of course, if you want to support my work, hit the join button. See the link in the top pinned comment if you want to become a supporter/member on the channel. Would really appreciate your support. And of course, guys, as ever, thank you so much for watching.